welcome to Hometown Happenings. I'm Carol McCarthy, standing here outside our lovely studios at KDLM. We're going to talk a little bit today about commuting on your bike and some of the safety tips, some of the things your bike really needs to be furnished with if you're going to make a commute. I bike about 2 miles a trip to work and then 2 miles back home, so round trip of 4 miles. And, I'm dressed like I am because I've gotten to the point where I don't sweat. I don't bike really hard and heavy to work, but, biking should be something that you enjoy. If you're going to commute to work, you can dress comfortably, you can get the whole Lycra ensemble. It's kind of all your preference, but, the idea is to be able to bike anywhere, wear what you want, If your work has a shower, great, but otherwise you can wear regular clothes to bike. Some of the things that, if you're going to commute, some of the first things, you want a bike, of course, that fits you. The only law there is about a bike is that your handlebars don't go above your shoulders. So it's all kind of your personal preference as to comfort bikes, and you might want to talk to a bike shop about that, and work on your bike, make sure you ride it a few times before you start your commute so you're comfortable with it. Know how to work the brakes, make sure that your brakes are in working condition. Again, I would take it into a tune-up shop. I know there's a new shop here in Detroit Lakes that has just opened. You can contact the chamber about that, but make sure your brakes are in working condition, make sure your chain is all oiled. You might want to invest in a little pump. I think I got this very cheaply at a store, any sporting goods store, any mega store might have them. You also want maybe a water bottle in case you get parched. You never know when you're going to need water. You always would like to have a drink so you don't get dehydrated. A helmet is another fine investment. It's not required by law, but it is definitely one of the safest things you can do on a bike is wear a helmet. You can pick these up for a song. You can spend as much as you want on them. I guess, again, it's personal preference. Some are very fashionable, some are not. I have a little commuter thing here that I attached. It's to hold a bag for panniers. So if you want a little thing like that, you can do that. You can have your bike shop install it, or you can pick one up at a local sporting goods store and install it yourself. Another thing you want to make sure is your bike has is reflectors. All bikes come with reflectors on the front and on the back. And if you're biking in the early morning hours or the late evening hours, you need lights. It is required by law that your bike is equipped with a front light, a headlight, that can be seen at least 500 yards or 500 feet away. So that's about one city block, and you need that in your front. On the back, all you need is a red reflector, or for if you want to be more visible, you get a flashing red reflector or flashing red light, and you can pick those up at any sporting goods stores that carry bicycles and bicycle equipment. You don't always need a basket. As you can see, sometimes these baskets come off. Sometimes they're more trouble than they're worth, but this one you can attach to your front or your back. Just if you're going to carry things like your lunch or whatever, it's always good to have a basket, or a backpack will work too. So you can use that as your commuting bag, your commuter bag. It's all, again, personal preference. Some of the other things to consider, I guess, your tires, if you want the skinny tires or the fat tires. The fat tires, of course, are a little bit more durable. Skinny tires, you go a lot faster. If you have a longer commute, that might help out a little bit, so you don't sweat as much. But another thing that you want to do, and this can be daytime or evening, is make sure you are seen. At night you can put on lights, but sometimes, some people need a lot more to see, a lot more of you to see. So you can get a reflector vest. They sell a lot of reflector jackets and, reflector tape. So make sure that you are seen, and this would be also a good investment. Whether you're biking in the day or at night, you can get some really cool fluorescent gear as well at some of those bike shops. We're here today because May is Bike Month, and we're talking about safety. And if you should commute, it's a great alternative to using fossil fuel power vehicles. I still use that, but I use much less gas. And we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll have some more statistics and why you should commute on a bike and give it a chance. So we'll back with more Hometown Happenings on TV3. Welcome back to Hometown Happenings. I'm Carol McCarthy. May is National Bike Month, and I'm here talking about some of these safety measures. You know, if you're about to make the commute, or if you just want to go out for a bike ride, some of the things that you need to know to get yourself out on the road. You know, first of all, if we're standing in a parking lot, it might be a good idea, you know, with your kids, or if you haven't been biking for a while, just to get the feel for the bike, take it out in a parking lot, a little less hazardous out there. Some of the things you can practice are your arm signals. Now with your left arm signal, when you're making a turn, you always use your left arm as the main arm. Okay, so you're biking, use your left arm. This is a right hand turn. Okay, your elbow up like this, all right, with your left arm. All right, if you want to make a left hand turn, it's almost like you're pointing left because it's your left arm. So you make a straight arm. And when you're coming to a stop, you point your arm down. And you should be doing this continuously for 100 feet before you turn or before you stop. All right. And then there's an alternative to the right-hand stop. You know, if you're biking along and you want to make a quick right-hand turn, you can also use your right hand, your right arm to point. So basically, what you're doing is communicating where you're going to go. And that's very helpful to people coming up behind you so they know, okay, something's about to happen. If anything, that's what they will know, because a lot of motorists probably don't know their arm signals as well as a lot of bicyclists do. So just be very aware of where you're at, and make sure you communicate what you're going to do, what you're about to do. So those are some of the turns. And as far as, you know, riding on the sidewalks, again, it's illegal to ride on sidewalks. Sidewalks are for pedestrians, illegal for adults and kids to ride on sidewalks. You go on the street. You know, if you're biking on the road, you are a vehicle. You're considered, you follow the same rules as motorized vehicles. So if you're biking on the road, you want to stay in the bike lane if there is a bike lane, but if there's no bike lane and say you're making a turn, again, you have to be aware of who's coming up. You don't want to make a turn right in front of a car, but you could gradually go over towards the left turn if you're going to turn as if you were a car making a turn. So if you're in a major area, say by the Roosevelt Highway 10 or the Roosevelt, Frazee Street intersection, you know, by the liquor store and by the Central Market area. So if you wanted to come and you wanted to turn left to go under the underpass, what you would do is you would get actually in that left-hand lane, all right? You have to use a little boldness to get in there. Again, it's what you're comfortable with. Or what you could do is go to the stoplight, take the stoplight across, walk your bike across, and then walk across as a pedestrian in the crosswalk, because you should never bike in a pedestrian lane. All right, so hopefully this will make you a little bit more comfortable with getting out on the road. I want to give you a website to check out. It's called Share the Road, sharetheroad.org. It lists all the things. You know, they have resources to some of the laws regarding bicyclists. They also have some of the things you consider as a bicyclist and a motorist as you share the roads together. Bicyclists have every right to be on the road. As far as motorists, again, they have to obey all the rules. And hopefully we will have a safe commute, safe bike ride, safe recreation summer and the month of May, National Bike Month. And I want to invite you all to get on the road, get on your bike, and hit the trails. For TV3 Hometown Happenings, I'm Carol McCarthy.